Hello, my students. Our lesson today is Unit 5, Lesson 3. Let's start with the revision. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. Somebody who doesn't support any particular view in a disagreement is alternative, conventional, impartial, or normal. The correct answer is impartial. Number 2. A space is a way of doing an activity that needs skill, technique, contender, pull, or measure. The correct answer is technique. Number 3. A sanctuary is a place where people can study or are protected or have a holiday or have a party. The answer is a sanctuary is a place where people are protected. Now, let's turn to the grammar of this lesson. The grammar is about the passive. We make passive forms with the verb be and the past participle. The tense of a passive sentence is formed by the verb to be. For example, the site is protected by the National Museum. This sentence in the present simple passive. It consists of is and the past participle. Number 2, the buildings have been restored. This sentence in the present perfect passive. Have plus been plus the past participle. And let's turn to the usage of the passive. We use the passive for number 1, to say what the result of an action is. We aren't interested in who did it or we don't know who did it. For example, Nokia mobile phones are made in Finland. And also, we use the passive to describe a process. It's also used in formal documents. For example, the monuments were taken down brick by brick and then they were rebuilt on the new site. Another one, a new law has been introduced to regulate the traffic in the historic area of the city. And also, we use the passive when it's obvious who did something. For example, he was operated on at Walsgrave Hospital. And we use the passive with an agent when we think it's important to say who did something or what caused something to happen. The agent is introduced at the end of the sentence with the preposition by. For example, the second goal was scored by Messi. Or the trees have been blown down by the wind. Now let's answer some questions on the passive. Rewrite the following sentences. Number 1, we won't send the report next week. Start with the report. The main sentence in the future, so we will turn it to the future passive. The report won't be sent next week. Again, the report won't be sent next week. Number 2, has the museum restored the ceramic artifacts? Use have or start with have. The answer will be, have the ceramic artifacts been restored? The main sentence in the present perfect. So the answer will be in the present perfect passive. Has or have plus been plus past participle. And the main sentence is a question, not a sentence. So we will make it a question in the present perfect passive also. Sentence number 3. The thief was going to take the bust out of the country. Start with the bust. The bust means sculpture. The answer will be, the bust was going to be taken out of the country. Number 4, she didn't paint the bust. Use wasn't. The answer will be, the bust wasn't painted. The main sentence in the past simple. So the answer will be in the past simple passive. And the last one, they hadn't cleaned our room. Start with our room. The answer will be our room hadn't been cleaned. And thanks a lot.